Welcome everyone, Christine here with Age of Empires 2 Return of Rome DLC for the game, basically adding Age of Empires 1 into Age 2. That's because Age of Empires 1 Definitive Edition didn't do so very well. Just wasn't very popular for a lot of people for pretty clear reasons. Anyway, we do have 3 campaigns over here for Return of Rome: Trajan, Pyrrhus, and Sargon of Akkad. I'm going to start with Trajan. Marcus Ulpius Traianus climbed the ranks of the legions while Emperor Domitian tyrannical rule tarnished the Roman Empire's glory. When circumstances elevates him to the throne as Emperor Trajan, he inherits a realm on the brink of disaster. While resourcefulness, virtue, and military might be enough to save Rome and lead it to its historical zenith, or will the Roman Empire collapse for centuries before its time? As the Roman Empire went through a lot of things during its time. Now, I am going to play the first mission on hard difficulty. Gonna play all of these missions. Now, Age of Empires 2 on hard is either a mix of you having to build an enormous number of units or ridiculous limitations that really hurt you in the missions that you play. This is one of those missions where you have severe limitations on population cap, because typically what I do in campaign missions is I try and get as many units and just overwhelm the enemy with raw numbers, because if I don't, their raw numbers are going to overwhelm me. However, in this mission we have severe limitations on that, and you'll see how.
My grandfather once told me of the age of Augustus, the emperor who found Rome a city of brick and left it one of marble. Guided by his virtue and prudence, Augustus's empire reached new bounds, a vast constellation of cities spanning the Mediterranean and beyond. Its prosperity and happiness were the envy of an otherwise bitter, cruel world. 7 decades, 10 emperors and countless civil wars later, that golden age is a distant memory. Marred by corruption, the constellation that once lit the world is now little more than a faint and fraudulent zodiac. Yet there are those among us who still believe in Rome. In my youth, I followed my father's and grandfather's footsteps into the legions. 20 years later, I am Marcus Ulpius Traianus, commander of the 7th Legion and a veteran of Emperor Domitian's northern wars. The aristocrats of the Senate despise Domitian for his unwillingness to bend to their whims, but he treats his legions well. Now, he calls on us to quash the rebellion of one Saturninus, a provincial governor styling himself emperor. A lifelong military man, I know all too well that soldiers' blood is the currency of rich men's power plays. But when Rome calls, I must go. I will march north to see that this civil war ends before it has even begun.
Okay, so defeat the rebel raiders or the governor. Domitian must not be defeated. Trajan is restricted to the Bronze Age and a population limit of 50. And there's the kicker.
Treachery and madness threaten Rome. Can I count on you to save
Okay.
Trajan?
So we're gonna get these guys. Actually, we have deer, so I'm going to go for them. Okay, there's some gold there. Okay. And let's get some upgrades. Things are going to be pretty different in Return of Rome than they have been in the base game. There's a legion there. You can't doubt the legion.
Tired of usurpers and civil wars. Let us teach this rebel governor a lesson.
You tired of civil wars? Well,
These forces behind me, and you, of course. We shall be invincible.
well, if you're tired of civil wars, my friend, your problem is right there in the purple. Now people are gonna, some people would argue that, well, the mission wasn't that bad. Yeah, it kind of was. Oop. Damn.
Treated us well. We will not abandon him now.
That sucks.
These reinforcements were sorely needed.
That sucks for multiple reasons, actually. They took down my siege, so I can't easily take down the tower there. Okay. Why were you attacking the granary? See, it's things like this that caused stage 1 to fail. Either way. We're gonna need more food. And we're gonna put a bunch of guys on gold as well.
Our Emperor needs us. Pack your things and march on the double.
Okay. So I'm gonna send these guys to help the mission.
You are a man to be counted upon, Trajan.
And now I'm gonna have to build up an army. Within the limits of the population that I can work with, actually. Okay. Now, they should be enough to help the mission hold the line for a bit. Let's get some upgrades there. I need food. Lots and lots of food. We also need siege. I don't think I need as much lumber. Actually, let's get... I think I need a bunch of hoplites from the military academy. I can't train legionaries in the age I'm in. Yes, Rome without legions. I know. It is as ridiculous as it sounds. Now, these guys mine gold pretty damn fast.
Tyrant and a madman, Domitian. I am here to end your unjust reign.
Alright, we want to protect these two guard
I'm under
towers over
attack.
here.
Send help to parry this assault quickly.
Alright, they should be able to hold the line there. I'm gonna get another academy. One tower down, unfortunately. Now the problem is, with the limited economy that I have to work with, well, not, it is a limited economy, isn't it? Because I can only recruit so many units in this campaign. It's... Those towers will do a good job at holding back a lot of them, but right now I'm reaching the population cap. I'm gonna keep these guys here. Hoplites can take a lot more than... can take a lot of damage. Alright. Let's get the government center. Okay, go in. So those hoplites can deal with all of this on their own. I need more food still.
Heads my way. I shall use them to decorate my camp.
Surely the Rhine ice could not have thawed in January.
Ah, if only I knew how it felt to have false friends.
Okay. So these guys are finished over here. Hold on. Alright, they're holding for a moment. I can probably finish the blue before he gets defeated, because they can't stand up to hoplites. The hoplite meta is real. For this mission, at least.
Paisa.
I am not your only enemy, Domitian. Brutal Emperor's friends are fewer and farther between than eclipses.
Okay.
The rebels are crushed. Now the traitor, Saturninus, will be forced to surrender.
Well, that was a bit rough. Blue just wouldn't surrender, and I couldn't deploy across. I couldn't get as many workers as I wanted to, and I couldn't get as many units as I wanted to. Yeah, it's pretty.
We Romans say that fortune favors the bold. But how does it decide between two valiant men? The question puzzled me as my men dragged Saturninus before our merciless emperor. I wonder what his last thoughts were. Did he regret not anticipating that my legions would reach the front in time? Did he curse fortune for the unprecedented January thaw that prevented his German allies from crossing the Rhine? It matters not. The answer died with him. But our emperor's anger endured. From the day of his coronation, Domitian had been a firm and bold ruler. But the Senate despised this friend of the legionary and the commoner. When Domitian's latent paranoia began to consume him, his wrath engulfed the empire like a raging wildfire. Countless arrests followed in the wake of the war. Senators who had opposed him were executed like common criminals. When the court could bear it no more, the emperor was assassinated.
As he rightly deserved, I'd argue. Costin signing out.